Hi, my name is Kiara Martin. This is my functional assessment interview for SPCE 610. Before this interview, I went over information sent over from the private daycare slash early school and medical information sent over. I also looked into if the client spoke the same language as me, needed an interpreter. If not, the client did speak the same language as me. And I also informed the client via email that I would be looking at my notes. So if I don't always have eye contact, it is not to be rude. And I asked if there were any other cultural considerations that I needed to be aware of before the interview. Hi, good evening, Mr. Martin. Is that what you would like to go by? Or is there something else you would prefer that I called you?
You can just call me Devin.
Devin? Okay. It is really good to see you, Devin. I just want to make sure you can hear me clearly and that you can see my video right now.
Yes, I can.
Perfect. I just want to remind you that I will be taking notes, so if I'm looking up and down, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to write down everything that you're telling me. Do you have any concerns before we start?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, perfect. What is your child's name?
So it is Brielle Martin.
Okay, perfect. You are her father?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other um people living in your home? Her mom, anybody else, grandparents,
Yes.
aunts, uncles?
Her mom is. Yep.
Her mom. Okay. That is good to know. What's her date of birth?
It is November 29th, 2021.
Okay, so she is just about to be 3.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And she's female.
She is. Yep.
Perfect. So with Brielle, how would you describe her language abilities? Would you consider her not verbal at all? She says one word, here and there. Um, she uses short, like sentences, not really fluent, or that she's fully fluent.
She's uses short sentences. Um, More or less just, a couple words here and there. But not doesn't form full sentences.
Okay. So sorry.
That's all right.
Over the from her like early preschool daycare. Is that all she attends? Does she attend school or just the daycare preschool?
It's just the daycare preschool that she attends.
Um, how would you describe how Brielle plays with others?
She doesn't like to play with others. She mostly just likes to play by herself. I'm sorry, say that one more time. I didn't catch that.
What are her preferred toys or activities?
She likes playing with anything that rolls. She likes playing with cars. She likes playing with balls. Um, she likes playing with dolls as well.
One of the other things that doesn't have to be toys, but things that she likes.
She loves food. Um, she loves, going for car rides. Um, she likes just being outside.
Is your child taking any medication for the problem behaviors currently?
No, she is not.
What are her problem behaviors? Is she showing aggression, disruption, self-injury, or something else?
She is, she's screaming. Um, she does show some aggression. And I think she's starting to show self-injurious behaviors.
What does the aggression look like? How is she
Um,
aggressive?
you can see it on her face that she's just absolutely angry. Um, her movements are more, like rapid. She will, she'll hit occasionally. Um, she'll just be just in a very angry mood.
Hitting, is that like open hand, closed hand, or kind of just like a flailing?
It's mostly just a flail, kind of.
Okay. And how would you describe her disruption?
Um, More or less just something doesn't go her way, she'll start screaming. Um, before that she'll kind of that's more or less when she's starting to get aggressive. So she's um just trying to hit. I don't know if she's just like trying to get her anger out or or what, but she her tone and overall demeanor just kind of changes.
Okay. How would you describe, um, you said you think she's starting to self-injure. What does that look like?
So part of on the aggression side of it, whenever she's starting to get aggressive, she'll start. Um, I'm starting to see it. She's kind of starting to hit her head a little bit. I don't know if that's just because she's flailing or not. But I think she's starting to hit herself on purpose.
Really sorry, that's really hard,
Yep.
um, especially as a parent. Um, of those, what is the most concerning problem behavior for you?
Mostly the self-injurious behavior.
So that's very understandable. Um, if you had to list of those problem behaviors or any other behaviors of concern, you said self-injury is the most concerning. What do you think would come after that?
Um, Probably just her aggression.
Okay. And then what would the third one be in the ranking? That the disruption or something else?
Just the disruption. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So to take some precautions when we are continuing forward, we do want to look at the intensity of these problem behaviors and how they could cause harm. So our high range would be like can cause harm to herself and others. Um, Moderate might cause harm, might not, and then low range probably wouldn't cause harm. So high intensity behaviors, which ones do you think those would be?
I would say her aggression.
I will also probably put in her self-injury with that as well, because even though it's
Yes.
maybe
Yep.
not as high, um, could cause harm to herself. So we do want to take that precaution.
Yep.
Um, and then the disruption, would you consider that low or moderate?
I would put that at a low.
Okay. Do the different types of problem behaviors tend to occur in like short bursts? Are they clustered together? Do they last? Do they last a while? Are they short?
I would say they're short bursts.
Would you say maybe under a minute or between like 1 and 2 minutes?
It's about 2 to 3 minutes. That whole it can last. Yep.
Okay. Is there anything that usually like precedes the problem behavior? So before maybe she starts aggression or self-injury, does something happen like her own behavior happen before it? Does she like show signs that she's gonna work up to that behavior?
Mostly it's just whenever she doesn't get something that she wants. It'll kind of start with the disruption. And then, they'll turn into aggression. Um, so it's whenever she doesn't get something that she wants, it kind of leads to all this happening.
Difficult. I'm sorry. Um, so we've touched on this a little, but I'm just gonna ask so you can clarify further. But you under the is there certain situations or conditions where it most likely occurs, the problem behavior? You said when she doesn't get what she wants. Is there anything else you would like to add to that?
Yes, sorry. So if we're in a store, um, and she sees something on the shelf that she might like, um, I can't buy her all the toys in the store, so um, if I tell her no, that's kind of where it all starts at.
It's a bit- Do they is there a certain activity or place that the behavior always occurs?
No, there's not a, it doesn't always occur, like when we're at the store. Um, and I don't think there really is a place that it always happens. I would say it's mostly just the store or, at her daycare, um, and occasionally, at home.
We talked about no being a trigger for the behavior. Is there anything else that tends to trigger the puppy?
That's all we've noticed so far. There might be others, but we just haven't, I guess, noticed them yet.
The biggest one that's pretty like visible for you guys and what you've heard from the school as well.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Does the problem behavior occur when you break her typical schedule and routine, or maybe interrupt an activity or a game that she's playing?
Um, if we mostly if we, interrupt what she's doing, um, if at daycare when she's in the middle of something, and the teachers are trying to get them to swap over, that's kind of when she does it there.
You'd say maybe like leaving preferred activities, things she
Definitely.
likes.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's leaving an activity she likes to join another activity she likes. Do you see the behavior? Or just if she's leaving an activity she likes for something she doesn't like?
It's mostly for just leaving activities for something she doesn't like, or just doesn't want to do at that time.
Does the problem behavior occur um, when she thinks she's not going to get her way?
Yes, definitely.
What were things that she typically likes to have control over?
She likes control over playtime, what she plays with, how long she plays. Um, she likes to have control over food, what she eats, when she eats.
You can see that would be very difficult in a household with more than just a child.
Yes.
This is not against you. This is not about anything you're doing wrong. We're just kind of looking into the next part, what has worked for the behavior, what hasn't worked for the behavior. So don't worry about your answers on this. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong or anything. We're just looking at what has and hasn't worked. So what do you or how do other people in her home, like her mom, react? Um, and give as a response to her problem behaviors?
Um, she tries to, obviously, try to control the situation, console her, um, try to calm her down, um, let her know that it's gonna be okay. It's not the end of the world. So
You read.
say that again.
Would you say that you react? Like how you said that her mom tries to console her. Do you do anything different or do you do basically the same?
We're pretty much on the same page about it. I'll try to hold her. I mean, my wife does as well, but um, I try to hold her. Feel like sometimes just holding her helps her calm down a lot faster.
Um, to like calm her down when she's began engaging in her problem behaviors.
We try to um, give her snacks, something that she enjoys, um, or give her favorite toy, just to kind of keep her mind off of the situation.
And how do you distract her from engaging in that behavior?
We try to relocate, take her out of that situation or environment, put her in a different one. Um, you can't always do it, if we're in a store or something. Um, but I'll try to, talk about things that she likes, um, just to kind of keep her mind off of it.
I just have a few final questions. What do you think she is trying to communicate with you by engaging in that behavior?
That she's just uncomfortable, I think. Um, and I don't know if it's just that, she wants to get out of the situation or the environment. Um, I think that's what she's, trying to say out of it.
This is a form of self-stimulation. So she's regulating herself or like making herself feel calmer or getting enjoyment out of the behavior on its own.
I would say so a bit. Um, she we'll see her um kind of shaking a bit, shaking her hands. I'm guessing that's, her trying to calm herself down. Um, that's mostly all we see.
What sometimes leads to hitting others or herself, or
I'm
is it
sorry, my
separate?
my internet is really bad. I missed that first part.
You're good. Is the shaking hands, you think what leads is the behavior that like starts her hitting herself or others, or is it more of a separate?
Um, I would say that's kind of what starts it. Um, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I had it in the right place. Um, and why do you think she's engaging in behavior?
Um, I don't fully know.
That's
Like,
fair.
yeah, I don't fully know. Like, I think she's just trying to, I don't know. Like, I don't know if she's just trying to get out of the situation and just calm herself down. But it's kind of freaking her out. Then causing the aggression and self-injurious behaviors. Um, I don't know.
Was my final question of the assessment. I just wanted to ask you, um, is there anything else that maybe you want to tell me? Anything you wish I would have asked, so that you can tell me now?
No, I don't think I have any other questions or comments.
I really appreciate you getting back to me. I need to look over this assessment, go over or this interview, go over assessment materials that we're going to do with her, and some of the records that you've sent in before I can start giving you recommendations for intervention and kind of making a plan for her. I don't want to give you anything without the full information and having all the steps ready for you. So I'm not just leaving you high and dry, but I just want you to be fully prepared that it might take a week or so, but we're going to get there. And I am here. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I hope you have a good day.
You too. Bye.